heard the tales of vampires, creatures of eternal night, cloaked in shadow and legend. But not all stories have been told, and the truest monsters are sometimes the ones fighting desperately to remain human. Our story begins not in a crumbling castle, but in a quiet suburban town with a boy named Leo. He was born with a secret sleeping in his blood, a curse that, unlike the legends, did not fear the sun. Instead, it gifted him with a terrible hunger and the lonely burden of hearing the thoughts of everyone around him. This is the tale of how that boy, wrestling with the beast within, was forced to abandon everything he loved to go searching for others who shared his beautiful, terrible fate. Leo always knew he was different. It wasn't just the way he could hear whispers from across the school cafeteria, or the fact that he never seemed to get tired on the soccer field. The truth came crashing down on his 13th birthday, not with a party, but with a bloody nose. His best friend Sam took a basketball to the face, and the scent of blood didn't just smell metallic, it sang to him. That was the day he understood. The monster from the old stories wasn't just a fantasy, it was him. He was a vampire. He spent his high school years building a fortress around his secret, flinching away from scraped knees and making excuses to leave parties early, while ignoring the annoying chatter of classmates' thoughts. Unlike others of his kind, sunlight felt warm and welcoming on his skin, and though the thirst for blood gnawed at him, he fought it, surviving on animal blood he secretly bought from a butcher shop. But as the thirst grew stronger, fear consumed him. On his 18th birthday, he packed a bag, left a note saying he needed to find himself, and walked away from the only home he'd ever known. Alone and adrift, Leo leaned into the one power he couldn't switch off, his telepathy. He searched not for thoughts, but for echoes of his own loneliness, for minds that felt similar. After months of searching, he found one, then another. He discovered 6 other boys, scattered and hidden, all wrestling with the same beautiful, terrible curse. They were all vampires, and each one was as unique as he was. They decided to pool their resources, finding refuge in a sprawling, forgotten house tucked away in a deep forest, a place where they could finally drop the mask. And so, in that rambling house hidden by a sea of ancient trees, 7 lonely souls found a home. In each other, they found brotherhood, and for a fleeting moment, they believed they had finally found safety. But a sanctuary is a fragile thing, and they would soon learn that they had not escaped the world, but had merely been gathered into one place. For as the first night fell upon their newfound hope, a presence, cold as the grave and twice as patient, made itself known. It did not knock on the door. It simply slipped into the mind of the boy who had brought them all together, and it whispered a chilling promise that marked the true beginning of their war. So this is where the children are hiding.